I've been possibly exposed to HIV, hepatitis A, B, and possibly C. And no, this is not clickbait. This is an actual real story. And yes, this has happened to me over the past 2 days. And no, it is not for the reason that you think. Some of y'all probably think, yes, see, look at that ninja. Yeah, he over there probably clapping cheeks, and some girl probably exposed him to HIV and hepatitis. No, that's not what actually happened, sir. That's not what actually happened, ma'am. Actually, I was hard at work, right? Doing what a man's supposed to do, working, right? And just so happened, I was working in a public space, a public bathroom, right? Doing what I'm supposed to do. And I mistakenly hit my hand or pricked my finger against a needle that some disgusting, degenerate person left out in a public bathroom. I was working in a public bathroom, right? Doing my job in a public bathroom. And I ended up pricking myself with what I found out to be an insulin needle, right? And there's no telling what somebody was in there trying to do. You know, I don't know if they were thinking that they could possibly do whatever they was trying to do with the insulin needle, or somebody could have actually taken their insulin while inside of the restroom. However, I don't know. I don't know how long the needle was sitting there. I don't know if the person was dirty. I don't know anything. I just know I was working, put my hand down for a second, and I felt a prick. And I looked down, and there was a needle hanging from my hand. I panicked because I thought it was a drug needle. I seriously thought it was a drug needle. I didn't know, right? And then later to find out, oh, no, it was just an insulin needle. However, right? However, it can still get dangerous, right? And we're going to talk about many different things in this conversation, right? Many different things. So I ended up going to 2 doctors, right? I left work and went to the ER immediately, of course. I went to the ER immediately because now I've possibly been exposed to blood-borne illnesses, right? And I have no clue what's going on. I don't know what's about to happen. I'm thinking in my head, oh man, somebody fucking some degenerate. I'm angry. I'm livid because I'm like, I'm doing my job and here it goes. Now I done got pricked in a finger by a dang on needle, and now I probably got to live with something for the rest of my life. God damn it. God damn it. Right? So I went to the ER, you know, they of course, I asked for the whole protocol. Right? I asked for the whole protocol. And best believe I got it. And if you don't know about the protocol, it's called PEP, right? PEP, P-E-P, PEP. The PEP protocol is medication that they can give you if you've been exposed in the past 72 hours to possibly HIV or hepatitis or something along that nature, right? And this is what the doctor told me, the first doctor, the ER doctor, right? And excuse the rain in the background. It's raining like crazy right now. But the ER doctor told me, he was like, hey, man, I understand your frustration. I understand that it's tearing you up mentally, right? But he assured me, he was like, you know, this was an insulin needle. It's not really made to do this and do that. And, you know, I was trying to listen to him. I was trying to hear him out. But all I'm thinking is, I don't know what anybody had going on in there. I don't know what they were trying to do or what, you know, drugs they could have been on or if they were infected. I don't know. I don't know any of this. This is why I'm in the ER right now. Because I got pricked by a needle that could have been dirty, could not have been dirty, but that's not the point. He assured me, he was like, sir, you possibly don't have to get on this medication. You possibly don't have to get on this medication, right? Because the likelihood of you getting HIV or hepatitis or any blood-borne illness from a disposable insulin needle, right, with some disgusting, deranged, nasty person left out, have no common decency for his fellow man and to leave it in just out and about in the men's restroom. Like, nope. It's just crazy. It's crazy to think about that. People do stuff like this, right? But he assured me, it's like, hey man, you don't, you the likelihood of you getting HIV or anything from this is very low. I'm like, doc. I looked him in his eyes. I'm like, doc, I hear you. I'm hearing you, but I'm not going for none of that. Right? Can you give me 100% certainty that I won't contract anything? I won't get sick? Can you give me 100% certainty? He was like, no, of course not. I can't give you 100% certainty. And I was like, well, can this medicine give me 100% certainty? He was like, very well. This medicine works accurately and efficiently and stops any kind of viral load from progressing inside of your body if you were to be infected. And I was like, bingo. So you can't tell me, you can't give me 100% certainty, even though you're saying that my risk is low. But this medicine can give me, right, all the certainty that I need, right? So prescribe me my medicine, sir, right? And then and then I had some hiccups with the medicine. We're going to talk about that, right? I had some hiccups with the medicine, with my insurance and everything, right? Which ended up getting resolved. But I ended up going to a second doctor, right? Now, this is 24 hours. Now, I'm already in 24 hours. Mind you, you have to take this medicine within 72 hours. You have to take this medicine within 72 hours, right? To prevent any kind of progression of anything. Right. So I went and got a second opinion from a second doctor, and he basically told me the same thing. He was like, sir, right, your likelihood. Now, I've been in the medical field for 30 years, and I've never seen a case where somebody contracted HIV or hepatitis from insulin needle. Right. I'm telling you this. So I'm hearing him too. I'm hearing you. And once again, he said the same thing. You know, he was like, now I can't give you 100% certainty. Right? So you can't give me 100% certainty. So what is stopping me from taking this medicine? What, if you can't give me 100% certainty, if there's a percentage of a lightning strike that this could happen, that I could possibly get infected, why not just give me the medicine? Why not just recommend the medicine? Right? So next thing. So I'm like, I call some people. I'm like, bro, you know, this and that happened. What you think? Well, if you don't take it, let's say that small percentage of chance come through, right? And now you have to live with something for the rest of your life because you listen to a doctor's opinion. You know, God bless the doctors and their expertise, but you listen to the doctors, but they even said that they can't give you 100% certainty. So that's a chance that you taking, right? With not taking the medicine and just going about your day. That's a chance that you're taking. However, if you were to go the other way and take the medicine, right? And on top of the likelihood still being low, well, you just eradicated, you know, basically 100% of your chances, right? Just go ahead and take that medicine for 30 days, right? So I was like, you're right. So I went on and went on through and got my medicine, right? Many doctors have said that the medicine can be harsh on the body, depending on your body, you know, nausea, vomiting, all that stuff, right? It can be very harsh. Now, what I'm about to get into, and this is the reason why I'm about to say, like, I am blessed, right? Listen, before we even get into that topic of the medicine, I am blessed to have a job. I am blessed to have a good insurance company, because let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Let me get this medicine real quick. Hold up. I'm blocking the camera anyway, but let me get this medicine real quick. Let me read this out to y'all. See, look, my life is an open book. See, I admit mistakes. I tell y'all what's going on and what have you, right? So the first medicine. So I had to get two medications. I got three medications. Well, the third one is technically not a medication. It's for nausea and all that stuff, right? So I had to get two medications right? 2 medications. The first one is named TVK, right? So you can look this up yourself. You can see what it's being used for. TVK. The second one is intracitable tenoff. So I had to get these 2 medicines, and it's supposed to be taken in combination for 30 days. The doctor and the pharmacist said I should be good within 2 weeks. I may not even have to take it for 30 days, but I'm going to take these bitches probably for 30 days. I'm not playing with y'all folks, right? So listen, I had a hiccup with the insurance because with the medication, they had to get basically a doctor to really sign off. It's called a pre-authorization. So they had to get a pre-authorization because it reached a certain amount, reached a certain money threshold. So they have to, right, ping the doctor back and like, hey, what are you assigning this medicine for, right? We about to pay out a lot of money for this medicine. You need to tell us what's going on. So I had a hiccup with one of the medicines. I couldn't get one of these until another day later, right? But let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something. When you think that you not doing enough, but in reality you're really doing enough, let me tell y'all something, man. Just one of these medications, it was $3,000. Let me repeat that. For just one of these medications, it is $3,000. The other one was around $2,000 just for just for preventative measures, right? Just for preventative measures. So in total, you're talking about $6,000. You're talking about $6,000 worth of these two right here. $6,000 worth of pills, worth of medication for 30 days, only 30 days. I'm holding $6,000 in my hands for 30 days. And thank God that I have insurance, right? Thank God that I have insurance that basically wiped this shit clean, right? They wiped this clean. They were like, yeah, you good. We covered that. Yeah, you good. We covered that. We got you. Right? $6,000. Now, this is what I really want to get into. Think about how many Americans right now are uninsured. Think about how many people right now don't have insurance. Kids, children, right? Parents, adults, whoever don't have insurance right now, or have the basic stuff, the basic insurance. Think about how many people right now, right? Think about how many people can't afford insurance, right? And this also grounded me as well, because it's like, well, anything can happen. Who knew I'm doing my regular job? Who knew just me doing my regular job, shit that I do every day, that I would come across a needle, right? And thank God that it wasn't actually a drug needle that I really had to worry about, because then my chances would have been higher. But thank God it was just an insulin needle. But regardless, it was a needle that somebody had used against their body, and that had bodily fluids on it, possibly, right? But anything could happen. Anything, right? Which grounded my mind, like, dang, I got to be more careful. I got to be more attentive, right? I got to watch what I'm doing, because you never know what can happen. And that's why you have certain systems in place, right, for you if things were to happen, which insurance is one of those. Now imagine all the people who things happen to on a daily basis. Car accidents, work-related injuries, right? Just anything, health-related injuries that happen to people on a daily basis. And they go to hospitals and they can't get full care. because they don't have insurance or they're lacking insurance. Think about all the people who can't even get medications, right? That's one of the big things in our country right now, the affordability of medications, right? Think about all the people who can't afford medications right now, right? Who do work hard as hell, who may have 2 jobs, 3 jobs, a side gig, right? Who still can't afford insurance or don't even have a suitable enough insurance to really take care of them if something were to happen, right? And it just brought me full circle. I'm like, damn, right? $6,000 worth of medication right here that I have to take for 30 days, right? For preventative measures, for preventing, just preventing any bloodborne illnesses that I could have possibly, been exposed to, right? The doctor said my chances are extremely low, but just think about even let's say even if, right? Even if this opportunity presented itself, right? And it was like, yeah, you can just do this. You can just take the medications. Imagine if I didn't have this choice because I didn't have adequate insurance or no insurance at all. And this medication is $6,000, bro. $6,000 to prevent. Imagine if that option was taken away from me. Mind you, I said the doctor said that, listen, bro, your chances are extremely low. We don't think you have anything to worry about from an insulin needle, right? I've been in the practice 30 years. Listen, I'm telling you, hand over Bible, right, that I have not seen this in 30 years. I'm assuring you that, I promise you, right? I've even seen pokes right here in the doctor's office and people come out, disease free. I'm telling you. And then he was like, most people are on medication, so their viral loads are not even high enough to really infect people. I'm telling you, your chances are low. Trust me, right? Even if I do trust what he's saying, what if I just want to take my health into my own hands, right? And say, I get what you're saying, doc, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take the medication just so I can be free and clear, just so that percentage of chance, I don't have to think about, right? People don't have that option. Many people don't have that option. $6,000 worth of medication. Many people wouldn't even have they would have just have to take the doctor's word for it. Or better yet, what if something worse were to happen and they actually got poked by actual drug needle accidentally, or something, just something horribly happened, or they needed cancer treatments or something, whatever the case is, right? Medication to keep them alive, whatever. People are walking around, many Americans are walking around and they don't have this same option that I had. $6,000 worth of medication, right? That I'm able to take just to give just one to eradicate that even small percentage, that even that low risk, right? Just to wipe that away and also give me a peace of mind. I'm able to take part in that option because I have adequate insurance, right? But we have a problem in America where even if you wanted to take preventative measures, it's gonna cost you $6,000. This is more than what many people in America get paid a month. $6,000. Imagine needing $6,000 on a whim. This is a used car, bro. This is a used car. Imagine needing a used car on the whim. You can't do it. You don't have it. And I made this video just to show awareness, just to the ups and downs of life. I made this video just so you can see how open, how open my life is to you guys on this channel, right? I'm willing to tell you whatever is happening. Like, listen, many of you probably thought, oh, this ninja, what, HIV, right? Yeah, possibly exposed to HIV, but from something so random that you wouldn't even think that this could happen to you. But it can, because guess what? It was in a public bathroom, and guess what? What if you or your child, your kid, you know, your wife, your girl, somebody, cousin, just went into the bathroom and they just so happened to not see the needle and prick themselves? Then what? It could have been just as random, right? This could have been random for my daughter. She walked into a public restroom and boom, pop goes the weasel, poke herself. Now we got a whole shebang that we got to deal with. Medications are extremely expensive. Used car. This is a used car, $6,000. Right? Most people can't afford this. Right? And thank God for my insurance. Right? Thank God for the field that I'm in to be able to get the insurance that I have. But we have a problem in America. If medications, preventative medications for this, because this is an emergency preventative medication, right? Look up PEP if you don't know anything about it. PEP medications, right? Preventative measures, medications for hepatitis and HIV or other blood-borne illnesses that you could have been exposed to, like in a 72-hour period, right? If this is what it costs for preventative measures, for you to possibly save yourself from from having to be on medications for the rest of your life. Imagine how expensive that is. And literally, this is an after pill. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
I built a life. I built a family. I worked my hands raw to get here. And I'm not done. This is the escape blueprint. PFP Life. A way out of the grind and into control. You'll learn how I stack cash, build systems, and reclaim time so you can live on your own terms. You will watch me maneuver and grind towards the life that I achieve for myself, and you can also do the same. Join the circle, join the Patreon, learn the steps, and protect your freedom. The Escape Blueprint, PFP Life.